Welcome to 20 Cherries Media Broadcasting Podcast. This is your host, Leseana Freeman-Stevenson. Stay tuned, we're just in time enough to get started. This is 21 Cherries Media Broadcasting. This is about number 4 of a podcast. So I just wanted to come on and make this podcast a little bit different from, lately on things that I've been doing. I want to talk about relationships. So what y'all know about relationships? So what y'all think y'all know? As for me, I'm a married person, almost going on 5 years. So I can tell y'all a lot about breakups. About not sweeping the floor, not making the bed up, and that goes for him. So you guys got to stay on that when you in a relationship with a woman. You got to make sure you don't treat her as though she is your mother and you clean up behind yourself. So with that out the way, what about love? What is your thoughts about love? What is basically, how do you define love? What is love to you? As for me, I just expect a person really to, come home every night to show me.
Today's topic is paranormal experiences. We have our first caller of the day. Her name is Laura, and she's going to tell us about an experience that she had recently. Hi, Laura.
Respect, show me kindness, and be truthful. Being truthful is very important when you actually want to move ahead with someone long term. So, consistency is another thing. Being consistent, doing what you say you gonna do, and, also doing things without having to be asked is another big key indication that you actually care. So, ladies, I know y'all all say that most men are dogs. You might be true about that, that might be true, but there are some good ones out there, so you got to give them credit. It's a lot of men out there looking for nice people and looking for a woman that, they can call their own. They're looking for women, just like me and you, but I'm taken, so hopefully if you single, you won't be single for a lot longer. So being in a relationship is important when you're ready, Don't try to rush things or put too many expectations on things because, people do mess up. Nobody is perfect. Even you not perfect. So always remember that a relationship takes, time, patience, and there's a lot of I'm sorry's, from the bottom of the heart, but there's a lot of sorry's involved. So don't think just because, you get in a relationship today that from, that day on, it's going to be just perfect. A relationship, you have to work on it. Things that you don't like, you have to take the time out to try to fix them. One great thing about a relationship, though, that, I love also is having someone to, share time with. Once them kids get to a certain age, they gone. They doing just as much moving around as you did when you was their age. So when you have a spouse, you sort of have somebody to move with. That should be your best friend, other than, maybe the childhood person that, y'all been friends forever and a day, Other than that, your spouse should be your best friend. It's nothing like, having someone to lay with at night, having someone to cook for another person at the dinner table. So, and y'all got to get away with all of this, what you want the person to look like. You can have the finest man it is, and he can be just straight up, crap. You really got to stop with, wanting these Arab-ass looking man and stuff, honey. That is on a calendar, and you got to wonder how much of that you really can believe when you know what makeup and, photo editing is. So, You know, have real expectations when you want to be with somebody. You know, expect them to be clean, expect them to be, you know, a little bit intellectual, but don't expect perfection. You know, don't expect he gonna be, you know, the 6'2" or above, you know, full of muscles. You know, you got to have some real expectations on, you know, what it is that you want in a person. You should be, you know, it should be kindness, if anything, because there's a lot of disrespectful dudes out here. A lot of dudes that don't know how to, you know, approach a woman or talk to a woman. So have real expectations. You guys, I'm getting off this podcast. Stay tuned for the next time. Peace.